If you want your video to crush on social media, you need to master hooks. Now, thankfully, I've spent thousands of hours researching hooks. And what I learned is you are probably making these 4 mistakes. If you master these, your retention and views will immediately improve. So in this video, we're gonna take a look at all of them, exactly what you need to do to fix those mistakes, and give you a few examples along the way. If you didn't know, I'm Clinton, and I've gotten myself and my clients hundreds of millions of views. And I help each business generate more sales directly with social media. And more has never equaled less. And now, before I take you down the happy trail of chutes and ladders, we first need to identify what a good hook actually is. To get viewers to stick around, your hook only needs to deliver on 2 things: problem clarity and curiosity. Problem clarity means your viewer instantly understands what the video covers. Curiosity means it covers something specifically for them and delivers real value. If you knock these 2 things out the park, I promise you, you'll hook in your audience every time. Damn, that was a good hit. But here's the $1 million question. How do you consistently create hooks that deliver on clarity and curiosity? We're gonna pause for dramatic effect. We solve 4 critical mistakes. And if we can fix all 4, your content will do better every single time. All right, the first hook mistake is what I call put them to sleep. You are not clearly addressing the audience and what it is that they get out of watching this video in a timely manner. Sleepy means the context about your video topic comes too late. You have got to cut the fluff and move the conversation along efficiently. Ask yourself, how fast can the viewer get clarity on the video? A sleepy introduction looks something like this. And to be very clear, you should never start your short form introduction with this example. Hey guys,
what's up, you guys?
It's your favorite content guy, Clinton here. We're gonna talk about a video with this topic, XYZ. And the reason why is the content game has changed. Attention spans have shortened. You must grab the viewer's attention in 1 to 4 seconds. And if you don't, they scroll on past your video. So stop slow rolling the introduction. Use your first sentence to give the audience the context of what the video is about so that they can opt in or scroll on. And here's another example. Here are the 3 simple ways to improve your content. Or you will never grow on Instagram unless you apply these 3 settings. And with those hooks, the viewer instantly knows what my video was about. There was 0 delay with context, so the viewer can opt in immediately. Correct your Sandman content, aka sleepy content, and get far better viewer retention immediately. All right, hook problem number 2, viewers lost in the sauce. When I refer to lost, what I really mean is, at this point, the viewer has no idea what the video is about. In other words, the video is a waste of their time, and the viewer will naturally scroll on. If the viewer can't grasp the hook, then they can't assess if the video is for them. When they only understand half the words you say, they can't decide whether to opt in or out. Here's what lost sounds like. This guy built a $100 million empire, and the money he made most difficult to earn if he didn't develop bulletproof daily habits. And you can kind of see the confusion is pretty high. I'm actually lost writing it. And as the viewer confusion goes up, viewer watch time and retention goes down. This is a classic example of lost in the sauce and exactly what you don't want to do. Now, let's take a look at the solution. This guy built a $100 million empire. Let's take a look at his ridiculous daily habits. We want it to be clear and concise. Understand simpler is better, and that the average reading level in the United States is at the 8th grade level. Check yourself by asking this. Is it possible for the viewer to misunderstand what it is I'm saying? Is there more than one way that this sentence right here can be interpreted? If yes, rewrite the sentence so that there's only one path left for interpretation for the viewer. On to hook problem number 3, I versus you form. At this point, you have solved for problem 1 and 2. So you've eliminated sleepy and lost to maximize clarity for the viewer so they clearly understand what the video is about. Most people make hooks just like this. I've struggled to generate wealth my entire life. The problem, this opens up the door for the viewer to question whether they see themselves in you. And if they don't see themselves in you for any reason, they'll put less value in the solution and stop watching the video. Instead of saying, I've struggled, say, if you've struggled to generate wealth your entire life. When you do this, the viewer feels like the video is specifically targeted for them. There's no question or misunderstanding. The video is about their specific problem. Frame your hooks around expected value and be laser focused about the viewer's pain points they already have. There are two types of videos. Entertainment frame solves boredom. Education frame solves specific problems. Here are two versions. Here are 3 common trends in wealth generation versus if you struggle with generating wealth, do these 3 things. Learning about entertainment trends is a nice to have. Solving for specific problems is a need to have. When you frame your hooks around known pain points like you and your, instead of me and my, the video feels more targeted for the viewer and hooks better. Your content should always be about them, not about you. The last hook problem, it's boring. The viewer understands the problem and sees some relevance, but the hook still doesn't grab their attention. Not enough curiosity to hold the viewer's attention. To fix boredom, you need to build a curiosity loop. A curiosity loop is when a viewer sees something, gets some context, then asks more questions. Gets some more context, then asks even more questions, on and on and on. Your objection is to open up a curiosity loop and then keep them wanting more. The trick is setting up contrast in your hook. Contrast is the distance between the viewer's current belief and your alternative view. For example, this trick will build generational wealth in 36 months. You're creating a comparison of generating wealth in a lifetime, perhaps never shattered by the 36-month claim. And why this works, when you frame their position versus your position, something they know versus something they don't know, it irritates their pain point and makes them curious on the solution. You break their reality when you are a contrast to their existing beliefs because you can do it faster, cheaper, and better with this new way. Hooks are truly 2 or 3 sentences, not just one line. Master contrast and you'll hook the viewer every single time. Clarity in the first sentence, then you set up the contrast in the next 2 sentences. Now we are winning. And just like that, that's your hook masterclass. And if you are a business owner and you really want to improve your content and master social media conversion, I mean actually generate sales directly from social media, click that link below. If you want to learn how social media is dead, go ahead and watch this video right here. And until the next one, peace.